Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So, I have news to share about probably one of the least surprising arrests of a January 6th criminal. I'm going to be checking my mic again. So, if you guys see me looking over again to the right, I'm back on the old platform. I'm going to see if it holds today. It seems to be working. Anyway, I want you to keep in mind as I'm talking about this story. This is one of the people that Donald Trump pardoned. Keep that in mind. And before I get into the details, please do me a huge favor. Hit the subscribe button below this video. It is free for you. It really, really helps the show. So I tremendously appreciate that. Does that make sense? Appreciate that tremendously. That makes more sense. Anyway, so here is the deal. 40-year-old John Banuelos has been arrested again. He was arrested on October 17th, and this time it's for aggravated kidnapping and aggravated sexual assault. So check this out. As of now, we have no details. They haven't released any details about this case, about these new charges. But an arrest warrant was apparently issued on October 1st in the state of Utah. That's where the crimes allegedly were committed. Well, Banuelos was found in Illinois. He was staying with his sister. So the police got a tip about his location. Ultimately, they arrested him in an Uber or some sort of ride share is what they said. I don't know if it was Uber for sure. But anyway, he had gone to a fast food restaurant, got some food, came out, gets in this ride share car vehicle, and then the police stop and bust him. So I will let you know as soon as I hear more about the details about this case. You are definitely going to remember this guy, though, if you followed my video series about all of the January 6th insurrectionists, because Banuelos, he was originally arrested in March of 2024. And the reason he was arrested for his time at the Capitol was because he carried a gun onto the Capitol grounds. He also shot that gun into the air 2 times. So I don't know if you guys can make it out in this photo, but he's flashing a gun that he had in his waistband in this photo. You can kind of see it there. It's a little bit dark. But here's a still shot also from the video that shows Banuelos firing the gun into the air. So he is standing, as you'll see here, he's standing on top of the inaugural scaffolding for Joe Biden's upcoming inauguration. Again, this was January 6th. And he's shooting a gun into the air, shot the gun twice into the air. And, rightfully, the prosecutor said, look, this could have caused complete and utter mayhem and chaos. I mean, he could have gotten the cops shooting their weapons, right? I mean, if they see a gun, they hear someone shooting. I mean, they saw other guns that were there that day, but this is the only person who shot a gun on January 6th. So they could have started firing into the crowd. They could have shot him. Other people may have pulled out their weapons and then shot back. I mean, who knows what could have happened? But because Merrick Garland's DOJ moves so slowly in arresting these criminals, Banuelos was out and able to kill a man after the Capitol attack. So this happened on July 4th of 2021. 7 months almost to the day after the Capitol attack. Banuelos was at a park. He gets into an argument with a 19-year-old man. This 19-year-old man was apparently accusing him of stealing $150. So Banuelos ends up stabbing him to death. Now, the witnesses who were around corroborated Banuelos' story. He told the police, I was defending myself. This was a case of self-defense. Apparently, the 19-year-old had a skateboard and he hit Banuelos with it. So they let him go. Banuelos was never charged with a crime for taking this man's life. This whole story is infuriating because the sedition hunters, as you guys will remember, they really helped the FBI. They were out there sleuthing online themselves. They were identifying the people who were at the Capitol, because right after the Capitol attack, the authorities said, oh, we probably won't be able to arrest more than like 300 because, it's too hard to identify all of them and blah, blah, blah. And they all left. Well, the sedition hunters really stepped up. They formed a group. They started sleuthing online, as I said, and they identified a ton of these people, including Banuelos, in February of 2021. They provided his name, his location, everything, his criminal history to the police. So that 19-year-old did not have to die. If they hadn't delayed the arrest of Banuelos for 2 freaking years, that man would still be alive, potentially. And this woman wouldn't have allegedly been kidnapped and sexually assaulted if Donald Trump hadn't pardoned him. Think about that. Banuelos literally killed a man 7 months after shooting a gun at the Capitol, and Trump gives him a complete pass and lets him walk without consequences. And he has, as I mentioned, a very lengthy criminal history before the Capitol attack, before the stabbing. In fact, Banuelos had an outstanding warrant for a 2019 assault when he committed those other crimes. He got arrested originally after the stabbing for the outstanding warrant, not for the stabbing. So this guy is a hot mess. And prosecutors said he had 19 previous arrests. He had 5 convictions dating all the way back to 2003. And they listed a bunch of the crimes. So misdemeanor assault, misdemeanor resisting arrest, fleeing law enforcement, and possession of weed were just a few of his 19 arrests. This is where I differ from progressives. I'm sorry, but I do not believe that someone like this can be rehabilitated. I just don't. I think the guy is insane. You would know that if you saw some of the comments that he's left on my videos about him. Just something is not right. I don't think he should ever walk free again. I don't. And Banuelos also committed 2 additional alleged crimes after the stabbing. So check this out. When he was arrested in 2024, and it's mentioned in this article that I'm showing you here, he had 2 open cases for domestic assault that allegedly occurred in August and September of 2021. So this is why I said at the beginning, this is one of the least surprising repeat offenders from January 6th. The guy is a menace to society. He was bound to commit more crimes. It wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when. And it's also no surprise that someone like this, someone with this criminal history, this profile, would support Donald Trump, right? I mean, your vibe attracts your tribe, birds of a feather, all that jazz, all that shit, right? So yeah, I'm not shocked that he's in custody again. I just, the only thing that shocks me is, number one, that he got a woman to marry him, apparently, because he does have a wife. And 2, that this guy was allowed to walk free with this criminal history and with everything that he has done. So something's got to give in this country. I totally and completely disagree with the crap that Donald Trump is doing. I mean, you want to deport a bad hombre? Go put this guy at CCOT. Get this guy out of our country. I know he's not an undocumented immigrant, but here's your bad hombre, right? Take him into custody. Go throw him over in CCOT. Not a man like Albrego Garcia, who does not have a criminal history and who has children that he's working hard to try to take care of and provide for. So, but yeah, I mean, this guy's a Trump supporter. Banuelos supports Trump. So of course he's going to get a pass. Anyway, guys, I definitely will keep you posted on this. I'll let you know when I hear more. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.